Bunge la Mwananchi. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity to be here so that I can weigh in on the raging debate that is going on. Mr. Speaker, sisi kama Wakenya tunafaa tujiulize, why is it that when someone is campaigning for office, they are very brilliant, they know what is the problem, they have ways of solving the problem, but immediately they get into office, they turn into clueless zombies. And Mr. Speaker, we must therefore realize and find out what is the real problem. Because the things we are seeing are merely symptoms. And when you treat a symptom, pain can disappear for some time and it will recur strong next time. Why is it that President Ruto had a plan when he was campaigning, but today he doesn't seem to know what his plan was? Mr. Speaker, I want to agree with my brother Galgalo when he says that there are people from Western and America who have their interests in this country, and they always have a way of ensuring that we have a candidate of their own choosing. Mr. Speaker, you remember Raila Odinga and William Ruto at Chatham House in London in the run-up to the 2022 general elections. And they were both asked the same questions. And the way the two candidates were answering questions, William Ruto qualified to become the president of this country because he did not provide any solution to the problems we are having. I remember when he was asked about dealing with the Kenyan problem, President Ruto's solution to our problem was to strengthen democracy by empowering the opposition. He said that he will make sure that during his presidency, we will have a robust opposition. How does that help you and me? As compared to candidate Raila Odinga, when he was asked about his remedy to the economic problems we have, he talked about one county, one product. That every county has at least one raw material that when well harnessed, we can get our own revenue from there. And he specifically mentioned that as a country we have been depending on aid and grants instead of trade and development and investment. Therefore, we were to revert back to trade and investment so that we get out of the conundrum that we are in today. But let me tell you this. When you talk about stopping importation of second-hand clothes, what is the resultant effect to Europe and America? Go and check how much money European Union makes from Africa by selling to us second-hand clothes. So when Raila Odinga said that he will stop importing clothes, second-hand clothes, it was a red flag for them. Because by bringing second-hand clothes here, they are dealing with the two problems at once. The first problem is they are dealing with the waste management. They are dumping here things that will go bad tomorrow. Ununue hii shati, uvae siku mbili, iharibike, ujue mahali utatupa. Wao huko kwao wanataka kuvaa nguo mzuri. So it's economic. They are making money from us. You saw the report the other day that the European Union made $540 million from cancelled visas from Africans. Why is it that you are applying for visas? Because the problem is at home. There are no jobs. So you have to apply for a visa to go to Germany. When I cancel, lakini pesa yako washachukua. So that is why as Africans we keep on having clueless leaders who are a safe pair of hands to people who are benefiting from the mess that we are in as a continent and as a country. That's why today, one, I am very angry with the report BBC brought here, and two, I know that BBC cannot be a solution to the Kenyan problem. The only solution to the Kenyan problem is us ourselves deciding that we must take responsibility, that we must vote for people who have an interest of working for us. If you are going to vote for a person just because you share an ancestry with them, then you have a problem. And we have identified that there are people we cannot trust. Mr. Speaker, you will realize that in the 2022 elections, President William Ruto was campaigning against the government of Kenya. He was against everything. How comes William Ruto won and became president even when his own government that he had served was against him? Does it mean he's such a very brilliant guy more than a whole government? No, it's because he had support from people who are stronger than our own government. His deep state was deeper than our deep state. I want to finish by saying this. On the day they announced that William Ruto is the president-elect at Bomas of Kenya, earlier that day, America and Europe had issued a travel advisory telling Kenyans, telling Americans and Europeans that we ukiwa Kisumu, toka. Ukiwa Mathare, toka. Ukiwa Kibra, toka. Because chaos zinaweza tokea, wangwana waanze kurusha mawe. But we had one American and one European at Bomas. However chaotic the place was, they never left. Meg Whitman and the commissioner from Britain. Na ilikuwa inakaa volatile pale Bomas, mpaka rungu zilikuwa zinatembea, Chebukati anapapaswa kwa kipara. Why is it that Meg Whitman did not leave? Because Meg Whitman was there with one interest, William Ruto to become president. And he became president. Today we are facing all these problems, not because William Ruto cannot work for us, because he's a puppet, a protege. Na sisi lazima tuseme, nikimalizia Mr. Speaker, mambo ya hapa nyumbani. Iko mambo mingi nimeona ndugu yangu Kaluma. Anaitwa Kaluma. Yes. Amesema the details in the BBC report are inaccurate. I wonder what is inaccurate in that report. Because did Eric Shieni die? Yes, he died. So when the report says he died, is it inaccurate or accurate? It is accurate. So hao wangwana waache chase hashtags. Argentina, Pope anatoka Argentina. Argentina did not send 50 people. Sisi wa Kenya tulituma watu 50 kwenda kulia Pope. Ruto anatuma Wetangula aenda mrepresent, alafu anamfuata kuangalia vile anakuwa represented. Mambo ya ajabu.